Good morning, everyone. Hope you are doing good. Do you have any questions, any query? Where are others? Can you ask others to join quickly? So this session is especially for Service Bus live demo. If you are preparing a Azure or D365 CRM integrations and related to any interview, so this video is for that specific content. There are top Azure Service Bus questions and answer for this session, and also we will see real end-to-end integrations like how to create a service bus, how to create a queue, and under that queue we want to integrate our dynamic CRM with any additional external system. So let's begin this one. Yeah, hey, good morning, everyone. So let me share my screen so that we will discuss what is our purpose here and what is I hope last time when we covered this particular part, we mostly covered how to integrate and what is the purpose of this integration part. Let me share my screen. If you can see, let me know. Okay. So our purpose here is we have D365 CRM, and here we want to integrate this CRM to any other external system which is supported by any our internal applications, like if we are utilizing Logic app, we are utilizing any here any external system which we want to integrate it. So the older system, older environment, earlier how we are integrating, suppose this is our FNO or any other business central application. We have a requirement like either we are creating a customer here that has to be synced to the business center. That is one real-time scenario. So we have two options here. One option here is as soon as we want to create that particular record here in account or maybe lead anything you want to. So suppose this is a account. You want to integrate this particular record from CRM to Business Central here. So we have a option like you want to consume a API, you can directly sync this one into Business Central or maybe any other Oracle also you can choose here. So if you are utilizing any API here, so maybe one of the drawback we have here, if this API or if this system is down, the business central is down, any intermediate issue is here, maybe it could be any issue here. So we may lose some data here. So that is the old architecture here that we already covered, but I just want to explain you here how we are try to achieve this one. So कैसे किया था हमने लास्ट टाइम ये हमारा integrations. If you are able to recall, it, जैसे हमारा पहले क्या अप्रोच थी, एक एपीआई ली, एपीआई हमने किसी प्लगइन्स के प्री या पोस्ट इवेंट में रजिस्टर की और वो हमने हिट की और वो CRM से बिजनेस सेंट्रल में डेटा चला गया. That is the old approach. But the latest approach here that we discussed with the help of सर्विस बस. सर्विस बस का क्या है, जैसे हमने लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस भी किया था, जैसे इफ यू वांट टू सेंड समथिंग, सो आइदर योर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. अगर आपको यहाँ से, मैंने एग्जांपल दिया था, मुंबई कुछ ट्रांसफर करना है तो दो दो ऑप्शन है. या तो आप खुद जाइए, आप पार्सल लीजिए, पार्सल आप मुंबई एक स्पेसिफिक लोकेशन में ड्रॉप करके उनके घर पे दे के आइए. प्रॉब्लम क्या है इसमें, यू हैव दैट स्पेसिफिक रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉर एवरीथिंग. either that person is available, that person is not reachable for next 2 or 3 days, you have to take care everything. आपको वहां जाके, मुंबई जाके पता चला कि बंदा अवेलेबल नहीं है, 3 या 4 दिन के बाद ही अवेलेबल होगा, तो what you have to do, you have to wait or you have to go again and then you have to deliver that package. अब आपके पास एक ऑप्शन दूसरा आया कि आपको एक कुरियर सेंड कराना है, आपके पास स्पीड पोस्ट है, अदर कुरियर प्रोवाइडर, बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑप्शंस हैं जो आप यहाँ से वो पैकेट वहाँ डिलीवर करा दीजिए. आपकी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, उनका चार्ज दीजिए और आपका पैकेट डिलीवर करना उस एक्सटर्नल वेंडर की रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. वो कैसे कीजिएगा, कैसे करेगा, यहाँ से लेके जाएगा अपने हेड ऑफिस से फिर वो सबको इकट्ठा करेगा, लोकेशन वाइज उसको फिल्टर करेगा, फिल्टर करने के बाद वो चाहे एयर से लेके जाए, ट्रेन से लेके जाए, दैट इज कंप्लीटली देयर ओन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. वी विल नॉट डू एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू दैट वन. हमारा क्या काम है, हमने उस बॉक्स में डाला और एड्रेस डाल दिया और एक स्पेसिफिक चार्ट दे दिया, बाकी उनकी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. अगर वो एंड लोकेशंस पे चला गया, एंड लोकेशंस पे जाने के बाद भी अगर वो डिलीवर नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो वो बार बार पोस्टमैन जो रहेगा वो 2 या 3 बार रिट्राई करेगा. दैट इज देयर ओन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हाउ टू डिलीवर इट. तो ये जो डायरेक्ट इंटीग्रेशंस है वो हम डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम वो न्यू वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं इस लाइव डेमो में. आई विल शो यू हाउ टू क्रिएट ए सर्विस बस, हाउ टू क्रिएट ए क्यू, how to create a policy, how to create a connection and how to integrate that one with the help of our plugin registration tool. That I will tell you. तो अभी हमारा पर्पज क्या है, या तो हम यहाँ अकाउंट को ले लें या यहाँ लीड को ले लें या कोई भी एक कॉन्टैक्ट एंटिटी को ले लें. एज सून एज दैट रिकॉर्ड इज क्रिएटेड इन अवर डायनेमिक CRM, इट विल सिंक टू एनी अदर एक्सटर्नल सिस्टम. एक्सटर्नल सिस्टम का मतलब क्या है, इट कुड बी Microsoft inside Microsoft ecosystem, it could be outside of dynamic Microsoft ecosystem. So ये रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमारी नहीं है, ये रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है जो हमारा पोस्ट ऑफिस है, जहां पर हम ये सर्विस यूज कर रहे हैं. पोस्ट ऑफिस का एग्जांपल दिया है. कुछ ऐसी लोकेशंस भी हैं जो पोस्ट ऑफिस या कोई कुरियर पार्टनर आपका हो वो आपको मना कर देता है कि इस एरिया में हमारी कुरियर सर्विस प्रोवाइड नहीं करते बेस्ड ऑन आवर पिन कोड नंबर. दैट्स ट्रू. बट जहां जहां वो कुरियर करते हैं उस प्रोसेस को आसानी से हम बिना हेडक के वो यूज कर सकते हैं. उसका बेनिफिट क्या है, इसका बेनिफिट मैंने आपको लास्ट सेशन में बताया है, कंप्लीट डिटेल में बताया. इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी यू कैन गो एंड यू कैन वॉच दैट वीडियो एंड यू कैन डू दैट पर्टिकुलर रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन. यू कैन यूटिलाइज दैट पार्ट. अब आपको पूरा क्रिस्टल क्लियर है कि हम क्या करने जा रहे हैं. न्यू अप्रोच यूज करने जा रहे हैं. वी विल क्रिएट ए सर्विस बस. सर्विस बस की हेल्प से अंडर सर्विस बस वी हैव ए क्यू. अंडर दैट क्यू वी विल क्रिएट ए policy here so that we can create a connection string. With the help of that connection string we will register that one into the plugin registration tool so that we can रजिस्टर्ड दैट स्टेप। सो क्या करेंगे हम, देखो हमें क्या करना है, जो रिकॉर्ड यहाँ क्रिएट हुआ है उस रिकॉर्ड का मेटा डेटा हमें एक सर्विस बस को पास करना है। सर्विस बस को पास करने के लिए एक हमारा एक कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग, एक कनेक्शन होना चाहिए ताकि यहाँ से डेटा एक पोस्ट ऑफिस में चला जाए, मतलब सर्विस बस के अंदर चला जाए। तो उसके लिए हम क्या क्या स्टेप करते हैं, be careful, this is very important part to, if you are working these types of integrations, maybe if you are working, not working or anything, if you are a new person, newcomers, you are trying to learn service bus, this is not freely available in the open source market, so you have to pay to Microsoft, so that at least you have to create a here account। उसके लिए क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले आप एज्योर पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर करेंगे। फ्रीली अवेलेबल नहीं है तो आपको ये सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना पड़ेगा, वो चाहे फ्री वाला हो, फ्री क्रेडिट हो। फ्री क्रेडिट करने के लिए इसमें एक आपको क्या करना पड़ता है, इसका एटलीस्ट सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना पड़ता है। इट विल आस्क फॉर क्रेडिट कार्ड डिटेल। सो रिसोर्स ग्रुप, सबसे पहले तो आप रिसोर्स ग्रुप बनाएंगे। रिसोर्स ग्रुप है क्या एक्चुअल में? रिसोर्स ग्रुप इज नथिंग लाइक आवर कंटेनर। रिसोर्स ग्रुप लाइक I can create my resource group like prod environment, prod, where you can work seamlessly with all the actions। like here you can create prod environment से रिलेटेड जो जो भी आपको टास्क करनी है, वो चाहे आप यहाँ पर लॉजिक ऐप बनाइए, सर्विस बस बनाइए, आप स्टोरेज अकाउंट बनाइए, या आप कीबोर्ड, कुछ भी आप इसमें बनाइए, सब कुछ आपको इसी नेम स्पेस में आपको बनाना पड़ेगा। सो रिसोर्स ग्रुप आपने एक बनाया यहाँ पर। Suppose if you want to create a new resource group, I have created this specific resource group for you. So I can create here a resource group. Let me close it. Okay, so रिसोर्स ग्रुप बनाने के लिए आपको क्या चाहिए, नथिंग स्पेसिफिक। आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन चाहिए एक, जो आप सब्सक्रिप्शन सपोज सर्विस बस डेमो, you have to remove the space here। okay, so here you have to select the region where your resource group will be available। like we have multiple different location to store your data, so where you want to store that particular data। आपका जैसे अगर इंडिया रीजन में है तो आप यू शुड हैव ए ऑप्शन, यू कैन चूज योर डेटा सेंटर इन नोएडा लोकेशन, इन फरीदाबाद लोकेशन, और दिल्ली, जयपुर। so similarly for Azure Microsoft level, we have those many different location where you want to store your data। Asia specific, South India, if you want to select here, this is the region level information। यहाँ कुछ नहीं, आपको सिर्फ रिसोर्स ग्रुप का नाम और सब्सक्रिप्शन और आपको लोकेशन। यू कैन क्रिएट हियर, इट्स क्रिएटेड, इट विल टेक सम टाइम। resource group is created here। okay, now resource group you have created, now you can create service bus। Under that resource group, if you want to create a service bus, so how you can create that service bus? Here you can search that service bus. तो अब सर रिसोर्स ग्रुप हमने एक बना लिया कंटेनर मेनली. इस कंटेनर के अंदर हम सबसे पहले क्रिएट करने जा रहे हैं सर्विस बस. सर्विस बस, I have created the service bus also, but we can create a new service bus here. Here service bus subscription and which service, this one service bus demo, this one we have just created. If you don't want to select from here, you can create from here itself. Okay, so अब सर्विस बस हम क्रिएट करने जा रहे हैं. ध्यान से देखो इसका. अब हमें subscription, resource group and this particular namespace we are going to give here. This should be unique across all the Microsoft Azure domain, because here it will provide a unique name across all the Microsoft accounts here. So try to give a unique name here. So let's see, namespace service bus demo Sunil headline. Okay, this is available, so we can select this one. So this is the unique name. So here, okay, pricing tiers, location we already selected South India. So here in South India we will store all those information whatever we are doing this one. So pricing tiers we have here. In premium we don't want to use it, it will charge a lot. In basic we don't have service bus integrations part, so we will choose here standard pricing tiers. What types of utilization we will have here? So basic ones, we don't have that option to do this particular activity, so I have selected here standard one. Okay, next, this is the, here even we can use create and review here part. Validations success, it will take some time. Submitting request, it is creating your service bus, it is deploying. If everything is goes well, it will deploy it. Otherwise it will show you some error or alert message. Are you able to understand this part, how we are doing? This is very important part here. So here we have created the service bus. Till here, do you have any concern? This is not that much complex. This is because this is not freely available. That's why most of the person you are not able to do the practice task. Once you have the option to work on this one, you can do it with the help of some guidance. But till the times, if you have any option to learn it, try to utilize here. But till now, are you facing any issue, any complexity? This is straightforward. We have created a resource group, we have created a service bus. Now I'm trying to create a here queue under this particular service bus. Queue is nothing, I already told you. Inside queue is we are defining here the n number of requests. Like here, suppose one request is coming, again one more request is coming. So that is the part of queuing part. So go to the resource here. Under this bus, now let's try to create a queue under this resource bus, service bus. So this particular one here, you can create a queue. Click queue. Till now, any questions, any query? Here you try to create a queue here. Queue is nothing here. You just define here a queue. What is the queue name? Suppose service bus demo queue. I have defined here maximum size here, maximum delivery count, all those information, those are the default information I have given, but I just given the name here. I have created this one, it will create a queue. The queue is created. Under this queue, the status is showing active. Now let's click here. Okay, till here, do you have any concern, questions? These are the default setting here. If you want all more details, what is the max delivery count, what is the current size, maximum size. So suppose if you want to deliver something from one place to another place, these are the maximum delivery count here. But you can even get more details if you want to work here, but try to understand the high level understanding regarding this one. So till here, do you have any questions, concern? We have created a queue. We have created one resource group. Under that resource group, we have created one service bus. Under that service bus, we have created one queue. Now we have to created a shared access policy. What it means here, shared access policy. If you want to share some information, some record from Dynamics to other environment, if you have created any shared access policy, then only you can share that information from one place to another place. So you need to define a shared access policy here. How to create that shared access policy, that I will show you. But till here, any doubt, any concern? See, here shared access policy. Now I'm trying to create a shared access policy here. Try to create a new add here. I just want to create here manage. I just want to create a policy here with, maybe I can write that policy name shared access policy, service shared access policy for what we can say demo, and then I can create this one. This is the final step here in Azure side. So try to understand this one. Now when I am trying to create here the policy is successfully created, I can open this one. So here you can see, once I open the shared access policy, so here you can see primary key, secondary key, primary connection string, secondary connection string, SaaS policy ID here, URL. So what you need here, anyhow, this is Azure portal. दिस इज ए इंटरमीडिएट प्लेस जहां से आपको एक इंटरमीडिएट ऑप्शन देना है जिसको बोलते हैं हम पोस्ट ऑफिस। पोस्ट ऑफिस है ये। पोस्ट ऑफिस में आपको कुछ भी, एक समझ लीजिए आपका एक पोस्ट ऑफिस का बॉक्स है जिसकी हेल्प से आप कुछ भी इंफॉर्मेशन एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं। सो we need this primary connection string from here. I just want to create So I just created this endpoint URL. So this is the complete connection string related to this particular service bus, right? Now our portal related task is almost completed here, but I need to create a option in Dynamics CRM so that I can send some information from Dynamics to this Azure Service Bus. अभी हमने एक कंटेनर ऐसा बना लिया है यहाँ पर, जो कि अभी हमारा पोस्ट ऑफिस हमारा इंफॉर्मेशन कैप्चर करने के लिए रेडी हो जाए। तो अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, एक कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग को डायनेमिक सीआरएम के अंदर से उसको कॉल कराना है। तो एक कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग, उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे बताता हूँ। आप लोगों ने सभी ने प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल किया होगा, उसका क्या यूज करते हैं प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल का? प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल का यूज करते होंगे आप लोग। प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल का यूज आप लोगों ने किया होगा मैक्सिमम प्लगइन को रजिस्टर करने के लिए। So let's try to use this account. So this is the password. Meantime, news here. Meantime, I will try to log in into Dynamic CRM also, so that हमको कुछ अगर सबमिट करना पड़े रिक्वेस्ट, तो हम इसमें इस यूजर की हेल्प से सीआरएम में लॉगिन करके यहाँ से एक रिक्वेस्ट सबमिट कर पाए। हमारा टारगेट क्या है यहाँ? As soon as a account is creating, we need to send to the other system also, right? सीआरएम में लॉगिन कर लिया। मीन टाइम यहाँ पर कौन सा है? 3A. This is the one. This environment we are trying to log in into the plugin registration tool. So here it is logged in into the plugin registration tool. It will take some time to log in. Meantime, we will try to open the dynamic CRM environment. So here, चलो अकाउंट पे ही हम रजिस्टर कर लेते हैं। As soon as the account is creating here in this environment, we will try to send this request into our service bus. एजेंडा तो क्लियर है हमारा। हमें जैसे हमने अकाउंट सिंक कर रहे हैं, अकाउंट को इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं, आइदर इट इज ए अकाउंट, आइदर इट इज ए कॉन्टैक्ट, लीड, अपॉर्चुनिटी, इनवॉइस, एनीथिंग, वी कैन सिंक दैट वन। दिस इज द अकाउंट लेवल। आई वांट टू इंटीग्रेट दैट वन टू अनदर सिस्टम ऑल्सो। So let's try to use this one. It is taking some time to load all the steps, all the users, all the messages. Till now, you have any doubt, any issues, any concern? This is Azure Service Bus. Try to understand if you added this. What is the parcel name? Who is sending? Actually, see, Yeah, you can ask your question. Parcel name, like if suppose if we try to integrate that one, so we are sending a metadata. So if we are trying to send a metadata, so we have all the information in that metadata, like who is the sender, who is the, you know, we have that option like how we are designing to send that information to the other system. This is how we are trying to integrate this dynamic CRM to this service bus. How service bus is sending? सर्विस बस से हमें वो पोर्टल जो पार्सल है हमें इंडिया में भेजना है, इंडिया के किसी स्टेट में भेजना है, इंडिया से बाहर भेजना है, अदर कंट्री के किसी स्पेसिफिक रीजन में भेजना है, दैट वी कैन डिफाइन. बट सर्विस जो पार्सल है, पार्सल को हमारा जो पार्सल एक पैक होने के बाद हमारा पोस्ट ऑफिस में कैसे आएगा, वो तो हमारा एक इंटीग्रेशन, एक ऑप्शंस तो अवेलेबल होना चाहिए ना. अगर हमने एक पार्सल चाहे गाजियाबाद से नोएडा में भेज दिया, वो नोएडा की जगह आप चाहे दिल्ली भेजो, चाहे आप मुंबई भेजो, या चाहे आप अमेरिका भेजो, कहीं भी भेज दो, वो तो दैट वी हैव टू डिफाइन द डेस्टिनेशन. या फैजल, व्हाट यू हैव सी हियर नाउ दिस प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल. अगर आप लोग ये जो ऑप्शन है, जो इंटीग्रेशन है, सर्विस एंड पॉइंट का जो रजिस्ट्रेशन कर रहे हैं, XRM टूल बॉक्स से करेंगे तो आपको नहीं मिलेगा. दैट इज वन मोस्ट फ्रिक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस इफ यू वांट टू रजिस्टर योर service endpoint. Service endpoint like whatever we have copied here, this one. If you want to register this one with the help of XRM, is there any possibility you can do it? No, you don't have that option. So here only in plugin registration tool only, here you have some more option like register new service endpoint. Here you can register a new webhooks. Webhooks is totally different option. रजिस्टर न्यू कस्टम एपीआई, यहाँ आपने रजिस्टर न्यू असेंबली किया होगा, आप प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन से एक डीएलएल बना के यहाँ रजिस्टर कर सकते हो. तो यहाँ पर आप रजिस्टर न्यू सर्विस एंड पॉइंट. सो आपने क्या कॉपी किया था, आपने एक ये आपने कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग बनाई थी. जो डॉटनेट के बैकग्राउंड्स के हैं उनको कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग की इंपॉर्टेंस का पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग एंड हाउ वी आर कनेक्टिंग टू द फ्रंट एंड एप्लीकेशन टू द बैक एंड सर्विस, बैक एंड डेटाबेस. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी आर कनेक्टिंग फ्रॉम डायनेमिक CRM टू सर्विस बस विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग. गॉट इट? Now we are registering here with the help of service endpoint. So I have selected here this, registered a new connection string. I will do it again. Click here, register new. I have, instead of register new assembly, I have click here, register new service endpoint. I can select here this place and I can paste this one entire connection string. I need not to worry about anything. I can click here next. I have that option. Everything is populated here. So here क्यू क्या है, क्यू का नाम क्या था, क्या लिखा था मैंने, मैसेज फॉर्मेट क्या था. अब मैसेज फॉर्मेट ये क्या देते हैं, डॉटनेट बाइनरी में देते हैं, JSON फॉर्मेट में देते हैं, XML फॉर्मेट में देते हैं. किस फॉर्मेट में आपको भेजना है इस सर्विस एंड पॉइंट से, वो आप यहाँ डिफाइन कर सकते हो. आई वॉन्ट ऑल दोज इंफॉर्मेशन इन द JSON फॉर्मेट. तो जो ये मेटा डेटा यहाँ पर आएगा, यहाँ से ये मेटा डेटा रजिस्टर होके यहाँ पर इस सर्विस एंड पॉइंट की हेल्प से मेरा क्रिएट हो जाएगा. मैंने ये सेव कर दिया. अब मैंने जो DLL बनाते थे हम, उस DLL की जगह हम प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल में यहाँ पर यूज कर रहे हैं. अब हमने कौन सी ये बनाई थी, ये बनाया था हमने, सर्विस बस डेमो क्यू, दिस इज द वन, राइट? और कोई दूसरा है? यही है ना? राइट. So here, if you have registered this service endpoint, now the last step we have to register here the step, so that we can define what to do here. Right click, register new step. Register new step means on create आई वॉन्ट, जैसे जैसे हमने प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन टूल में किया था, कौन सी एंटिटी है, अकाउंट भेजना चाह रहे हैं, उसके हम पोस्ट ऑपरेशन पे करना चाह रहे हैं या प्री ऑपरेशन पे करना, प्री पे तो मतलब ही नहीं, रिकॉर्ड को क्रिएट होने के बाद में हमारा सिंक्रोनस करना चाह रहे हैं या एसिंक्रोनस। सिंक्रोनस की जरूरत क्या है, एसिंक्रोनस करेंगे। जैसे ही रिकॉर्ड क्रिएट हो, एसिंक्रोनस मोड में जाए, क्यू में लग जाए वहां पर वो। अब मैं इसका स्टेप रजिस्टर करने जा रहा हूं। ये स्क्रीन आपकी समझ में आया? सिमिलर मेथड हमारा जो हमारा रहता था, जैसे हम प्लगइन में प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन स्टेप को रजिस्टर करते थे, सिमिलरली इसमें भी हमने प्लगइन रजिस्ट्रेशन का स्टेप किया। यहाँ पर ये क्या कह रहा है, यहाँ पर आपने सारे प्लगइन्स के एट्रीब्यूट सेलेक्ट किए हैं, कि आप सारे प्लगइन्स के स्टेप यहाँ रजिस्टर करना चाह रहे हैं या आप स्पेसिफिक यहाँ पर रजिस्टर करना चाह रहे हैं, ये आपका यहाँ पर ऑप्शन बताएगा। इफ यू वांट टू चेंज सम स्पेसिफिक रिकॉर्ड, like if you don't want to send all the attribute, you can select specific one and you can send it. Clear? Till now, do you have any concern? What is your query here, Faisal? Do it quickly, I have less time. Last week actually I was busy in multiple other things, I was unable to connect with you. So if you have any concern, any doubt, let's discuss. Any doubt? We are very clear here. What we have done here, we have created a resource group. Under resource group, we have created a queue. Under that queue, we have created a shared access policy. Without shared access policy, you cannot perform that action. Under that shared access policy, you have defined one retrieval part. Is, retrieval part we have defined here in the plugin registration tool. How many fields we have to pass there as a JSON format, and how many record we have to read from the queue, we can define in the queue. Even see, when we have to define that retrieval policy, even 2 record, 1 record, 3 record, we have to read from the queue. We can define whenever we have to read that information. I will tell you that option also, but till here you understand. Now what we have done so far, we have created a configuration through dynamics, but thing is that we have not written any single line of code till now, or we have done anything. If anyone who have any fear like I cannot write any code, I'm not able to understand the complete architecture of the source code, so you can read, you can learn all those things even without adding additional headache into your head. This is very good option. Sometimes you can learn those low code, no code platform, especially in initial days, and you can get a good job with good package. I'm clear. So we have created here a service endpoint. We have created here a step. How to create a this service endpoint? Register here a service endpoint, and after creating this one, we have created a right click and add create a new step. And in this new step, if you want to send some selected attribute, you can select here and you can choose post step. And even this is the one option that you are sending here. You are sending for account entity here. If you want to send some more detail also. Suppose if I want to send some more information here. Suppose lead update or create lead entity all attribute post operation async. Now as soon as this account record is creating, it will send a request to the queue. As soon as this lead is creating, all those information is sending to the queue level. So this is what, like, how to create that level of information from here. So now as soon as you are able to create that record from here in the account entity, now you are ready to send that information from here to that particular queue. But now that record you are able to send here, from here to here you are able to send all those information. But thing is that now how to retrieve all those information, and how to create that record from here to here, business center or maybe any other place. So we have some option here in Dynamics. We can create a logic app. Under that logic app, we can create, we can create some message or event on create of event. So in logic app, we have certain, different messages. Different messages means the meaning of different messages in, like, you have any idea. आप लोगों ने पावर ऑटोमेट बनाया होगा. पावर ऑटोमेट में आपको ट्रिगर पॉइंट चाहिए होता है. आपका जो कोड है, आपका कोड किस ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स पे एग्जीक्यूट होगा. तो ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स क्या क्या होते हैं हमारे डायनेमिक सीआरएम के बेसिक एट्रीब्यूट. चाहे रिकॉर्ड क्रिएट हो, अपडेट हो, मॉडिफाइड हो, असाइंड हो, या हमारे और भी ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स होते हैं. जैसे अगर कोई कहे शेयर पॉइंट लिस्ट के अंदर अगर कोई रिकॉर्ड ऐड हो, मॉडिफाइड हो, डिलीट हो, वो भी मेरा एक ट्रिगर पॉइंट है. तो आई कैन ट्रिगर माई लॉजिक अंडर दैट वन. सिमिलरली हमारा लॉजिक ऐप के अंदर भी सिमिलर टाइप्स ऑफ एक ऑटोमेशंस के ट्रिगर्स पॉइंट चाहिए होते हैं. तो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं हम, जैसे ही आपको कोई ट्रिगर पॉइंट मिलेगा, ट्रिगर क्या रहेगा कि एज सुन एज ए न्यू रिक्वेस्ट कमिंग इनटू दिस पर्टिकुलर क्यू, सो आपके पास वो मैसेज ऑटोमेटिकली आपको वो मिल जाएगा. as soon as any when a message received, when a record is received into this service bus queue, you can read that message. And once you read that entire message, even you can send a SMS, email, or any other action. Even if you are able to read that entire JSON format, you can parse that entire JSON format, that complete content whatever we are sending here, whatever we are sending from here, we can read that message and even we can create that entire information. So similarly, so now our job here is, hope you are able to understand that job, that task. So if you try to create anything, any alert, if you want to create now, suppose if I want to create one record here. So this entire information will pass in the XML JSON format into the service hub. Now I have to read all those information from here. So what I can do here, I can create a logic app under this particular service bus, and I can read that data. So what is the trigger point for that logic app? I can search here to create that logic app. And I can create a logic app here. So what is the trigger point to create a logic app here? If I want to create a logic app, so logic app here is when a record is created here in the service bus. Now I have a option. I need to create now I can retrieve all the information from dynamic CRM to post office in the service bus, and from the service bus I can read that message from the service bus. So service bus, I have to write a logic app. Logic app trigger point here is when a message received in queue. So this is the trigger point. So here you can check. In this particular one, you have to create a connection from this one. So with the help of this connection string, you can create a connection, and you can read all those information from this logic app. So now our option here is, with the help of this logic app, with this particular trigger point, either you can send this entire JSON format, JSON information to the business central, either here any other information, any other external system where you want to send that information. And the simple process here is, you can read that information, you can send a email to check, to verify the record metadata. Record metadata. So see, if you are able to read that metadata, so is there any difficulty to parse that metadata and to map that data metadata whenever you need to create that record or update that record? If you have JSON metadata, you can easily parse it and you can map it to a specific record. If it is completely depend on business center. Like if you want to create a record or you need to update a record, it totally depends on one specific key. So if you have defined a key here, key defined in a business center, so based on that key, if key is exist, if key is exist, update, else create. That's it. Similarly, this is in business center. So similarly, if you need to create or update that record into any other external system, you have to perform that action. If you need to perform any complete real-time integration, we need a business center, we need a any other external system so that we can perform this entire information. But till here you are able to understand how to create a service bus, what is the purpose of service bus, and how it will integrate. So what is the benefit here if we have all those information? I have showcased this all those information. Even if you are or if your service bus is not able to deliver your message or your packet due to unavailability of your business central account, so that particular request will go into the deadlock, that particular queue level information. Your request will not die until you have done this particular task, especially. So that is the end-to-end integration path with the help of service bus. In the logic app, you can read those messages. With the help of this message, you are passing that information in the JSON format. Either you can create in the business central or any other information, or you can update that information. Is it clear, or you have any concern, any issues? I'm clear, or I'm creating any confusion? This is service bus integration. This is Azure side. So you have to spend some more time here. It is not like one time only, because you don't have any exposure. Some of the candidate you have, good exposure, good understanding related to the integration, like how we are doing the integration, the older integration or approach, how we are doing real time or direct integrations. So we already covered that part. But if you try to utilize the service bus, so how to do this integrations part, that is the main important part here. Let me know if you have any concern, any questions. So we'll do that discussion. Otherwise, if you have any query, just post here. So I have some noted down some here questions which will help you during your interview session here. This is generic one, like what is Azure Service Bus? Azure Service Bus is a fully managed cloud messaging service provided Microsoft. It handles, it enables reliable and secure communication between distributed applications using asynchronous message. So this is D365 that we have registered our service endpoint, and here with the help of service bus, Azure Service Bus, and here with the in ERP system. We considered that ERP system as business central. So here we have to utilize this service bus implementation. If someone is asking like, hey, can you give me real-time integration like how you have done, have you ever used service bus? Someone asks, so you can simply say, hey, I have utilized my service bus, I have done account entity integrations with my business centers. So how you have done that implementation even after this particular demo? So you can simply say, hey, I have created one Azure resource. Here under that Azure resource we have created a queue. Under that queue we have created one that shared service access policy, and under that service access policy we have copied the connection string. Under that connection string we have registered a service endpoint with the help of plugin registration tool. Under that plugin registration tool, once that service endpoint is created, we have we have added a message on account post event. So after that we have, when we are trying to send that information in the JSON format, we can utilize or we can create a Azure's here logic app. With the help of logic app, whenever a message is received, we can even pass that information, and even I have utilized the business central to send that information. So that is the complete end-to-end one example you can give. So why do we use Azure Service Bus instead of direct API calls? We already discussed in our previous discussion. Direct API, create tight couple between systems. So Azure Service Bus provides loose coupling. So loose coupling means we have sent that information to the service bus and we forgot. Asynchronous communication, return mechanism, message durability, high availability, load balancing also there here. What is the difference between queue and topics? Queue is one senders, topics is one senders. Here, one receivers, multiple receivers, one message comes. Oh, we'll discuss this topic part also. Today we are over the time here. I will try to explain that topics also. Topics actually is utilizing to filter other information here. Suppose topics you can think about. Suppose in your post office you have pasted or you have posted 5 different posts. One post is for one specific location, another post is one for specific location. I think we already covered these topics, the use of these topics. So financial system topics is data warehouse notification service here. So topic CRM finance have warehousing notification service here we can utilize here. What is the subscription here? Subscription is a virtual queue under a topic. Each subscription receives its own copy of the publisher message. See, we already discussed subscription and publishers. So publishers is nothing like you can use a topics here. 1 minute. So now CRM publishers message and subscription. Subscription is nothing like here there is one suppose WhatsApp channels here. If you subscribe that WhatsApp channel, or suppose there is a YouTube channels here, so you subscribe that particular channels. So one person is uploading their content and you are getting a copy of that particular subscription messages. So this is the subscription modules here, publisher and subscription. So each subscription receives its own copy of the published message. Subscription is a virtual queue under a topic. each subscription receives its own copy of its published message. Suppose I have a YouTube channel. I want to upload a source. So that source details you will get a its own copy of published message. So you will receive a notification for a multiple things here. So what happen if a receiver application is down? Nothing is lost. The message remains inside Azure Service Bus until receiver proceeded, message expired, max delivery count is exceed. See, here also, if suppose if we want to send one information here from here to here, suppose आपने एक पोस्ट कार्ड में एक कार्ड डाल दिया, तो क्या होगा अगर ये एंड जहां आपको भेजना है वो कैंडिडेट अवेलेबल नहीं है, क्या ये जो आपने डिलीवर किया है ये क्या एंड हो जाएगा? इसका सीधा सीधा सा आंसर ये है, जब तक रिसीवर प्रोसीड, जब तक वो डिलीवर ना हो जाए या मैसेज डिलीवर ना एक्सपायर ना हो जाए, ये जब तक ट्राई करता रहेगा जब तक कि ये उसको डिलीवर ना हो जाए, या वो मैक्सिमम रीच मतलब 5 बार ट्राई करेगा, 10 बार ट्राई करेगा, तब तक वो डिलीवर नहीं हो जाता, वो तब तक वो अलाइव रहेगा. What is the DLQ? DLQ we already discussed here. Dead letter queue store message that cannot be proceed. Reason include invalid message format, delivery retype exceeded or expire message, business validation failure. How does Azure Service Bus guarantee message delivery? So Azure Service Bus provide persistent storage, duplicate reductions, transactions, retime mechanisms, peak lock mode, message acknowledgement. So if you have basic knowledge of those keywords, you can give that information and then you can clear your interview. What is the peak lock mode? So here in peak lock mode, receiver lock the message, processing the message, complete the message after successfully processing. पीक लॉक मोड. सो अगर आपको लॉजिक ऐप बनानी है, लॉजिक ऐप में भी आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे प्री डिफाइंड आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स टेम्पलेट्स मिलेंगे, जहां आप पीक लॉक अगर आप सर्च करेंगे तो उसमें एक या दो आपको मिल जाएगा अगर आप लॉजिक ऐप पे काम कर रहे हो. तो लॉजिक ऐप में देखता हूं मेरे पास अगर बनी हुई है, लॉजिक ऐप. Actually we are over the time, let's complete this one first. So ये आपको जो है ना पीक लॉक मोड अगर आप सर्च करेंगे तो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स टेम्पलेट मिलेंगी. यू कैन यूटिलाइज दोस आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स टेम्पलेट एंड यूज दिस कनेक्शन स्ट्रिंग एंड यू कैन क्रिएट ए कनेक्शन. हाउ डू यू इंटीग्रेट डायनेमिक सीआरएम विद एज्योर सर्विस बस? ये आपने अभी डिस्कस हमने किया ही है. यू कैन यूज दोस वन plugin execution, create update, collect data, entry correction, send message to Azure Service Bus. ये जो हमने अभी किया है, usually this is the standard option that we can utilize. What are the best practice of Azure Service Bus? ये आप लोग यूज कर सकते हो. Topics 1-to-1 many integration, use queue for 1-to-1 communications, handle exception properly, implement retry policies, monitor dead letter queue regularly, keep message small, avoid sending large file directly, use manage here identity whenever possible, secure access, SAS or Microsoft Active ID, enable logging for monitoring. These are the basic things. Uh, will utilize this one, but I will tell you. Otherwise, we are over the time today. We'll try to discuss tomorrow, and I will try to showcase that logic app how we have to retrieve that information. Right? Okay. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions or any concern, and we'll try to connect by tomorrow if everything goes well. This is very important part. I'm pasting here. Okay, I will try to paste those questions here. I think I'm not able to paste here due to limitations. Okay, let's try to connect tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.